Good morning, everybody. Resale Rabbit here. It is 7 a.m. and let's go to Milwaukee. I haven't hit the road in a while. Milwaukee's about 2 hours away. We're going to get there around the time the stores open. The window is so frosty. Back there, too, you can't even see out the window. All clear up here, though, thanks to window wash. On the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. I can't drive 55. It's a party in the USA. Oh, wait, is this on? Hold on. So I can't play that for too long because, copyright and whatnot. But the Pitbull station on SXM has some great jams this morning. A lot of upbeat, fast music that really helps wake me up. I've been dancing for like the past hour. So it's 8:13. Still think I should be able to make it to the store by 9, but I think I need to pull over because I am roasting with this jacket on. It's 35 degrees outside, but this sun is just incubating the car. So I keep forgetting over the last couple of videos to mention this. I found a PS3 a few days ago for $7 at a thrift store, and it did not work. I gave it to an employee of mine to see if he could fix it, and, well, he probably could fix it, but it's not really cost-effective for me, so it's his PS3 now. So I'm sure a lot of people were wondering about that. This truck looks from a distance like the Facebook logo. We are in historic Port Washington, Wisconsin, a suburb of Milwaukee, about 11 minutes before the first store opens. I'm a bit of a lead foot, so I got here fast. So I'm the only customer here. Usually when I come here in the morning, there's at least a few people here. It's just me. Don't you love when you see these for sale? $1.49. A lot of people don't really know that these are free. Look at this. This is an old one. I think a lot of stores just don't know they're free from the post office, so they see them and assume that the average person will have to pay for them. Got a decent start today. I bought 16 of these. Genuine Yamaha parts. It's t-shirt. They're all the same thing. $2.99 each. Could not find this shirt listed, but I think I should be able to get about $27.99 each. In this bag, I found this label tape. It was $1. I'm not going to sell it. I sell these label makers a lot, so it's nice to have the tape so I can test them. I got 3 Wii remotes for $2.50 each. And this thing, oh, don't want to drop that. This thing, remote monitoring system, it says online it's for like an environmental alarm, whatever that is. I paid $2.99. It's cheaper than I thought. $2.99. The comps are all over the place on this one. Some are selling used for $150 to $200. I even saw one for like $380, but there are also some selling for like $40 or $50. Either way, it's a good purchase. I'm gonna list it for $179.99. Someone even sold one for $200. They took a best offer, so it was less than that. But untested for parts or repair. A lot of people are selling them untested. Even the ones going for $150, $200, untested. Used. So I don't know why there's such a variance in price, but I'm gonna list high and see if I can get it. Even if I have to get the low end, $40 or $50, it's still a good purchase at $2.99. There was also a Wii there. They wanted $30 though. It was complete and everything, but not really worth it for me at $30. The shirts, I tried to get a discount on them if I bought them all. I was really hoping to get them for like $1 or $1.50 each. They wouldn't budge. I've gotten discounts at this store before, though, by buying in bulk. So I don't know why they wouldn't do it this time. I guess I just got the wrong person or the wrong day. Let's go to Goodwill. We are at the next Goodwill, the first Goodwill in Grafton. This is probably one of my favorite Goodwills in the state of Wisconsin. Holy crap, some great finds so far. So first off, this headset Selling used for about 20 to 30. There are no new listings active or sold on eBay. Also for, oh, and by the way, it's $4. For 20, an original Xbox with 2 controllers and for some reason some Wii cords. So I'm buying that. Here is a Sony portable DVD player. I always look up Sony portable DVD players. $4 with the remote, but no power cable. I'll need to order one of those. I might have one of those in stock, I'm not sure, but should get about $40 for it. Down here, we've got this Major League Gaming headset. Comps are going for 80 to 100, and they want 4. I've got an Xbox 360 Connect, should get about $20. They want 5. This router here should get about 20 or 30. They want 4. A Canon kit lens, it's nothing special, should get about 30 or 40. They want 3. Next, I found this DVD VCR combo that's also a DVD recorder. $6.99, but here's the best part. Includes the original remote. That remote's worth $30 to $50 alone. I know that because I've had to buy it before. I also got this tape recorder with the mic and power adapter, $2.99, should get about 30 or 40. I got this, it looks brand new. I didn't even look it up, it's $4 used. I would have bought it for $4. This voice recorder will sell well. I got, oh, another voice recorder. Should get, again, didn't look this up, it was $1.99. Should get 20 or 30 bucks for it. We got a VHS rewinder. Some of these are good money. I think I can get 25 bucks for that. We got a Garmin. They want $5. Should be able to get a little bit for it. It's got the mount and the power cable. We got an audio book here, $2.99. This thing brand new is selling for like 40 to 50. We've got a Sony Walkman, $1.99. I usually get about 30 bucks for those. And lastly, on the bottom here, we've got a Toshiba DVD VCR combo with the original remote. There's no price tag on that though, so I need to get a price on it before I know I buy it. So they charged me $6.99 for the DVD VCR combo, the Toshiba. Same price as the DVD recorder, which I don't remember if I mentioned that DVD recorder should go for about 200 bucks. I cleaned up in this store. I wish every store would be like that. Somebody dropped their keys, so I'm gonna bring this in and turn it into the counter. Anyways, I wish every store could be like this one. I might have made like $1,000. So I found the keys here. They look like Dodge keys. They probably went to this van right here. I mean, I suppose I could have tried the lock unlock button to see if they go to that. Then I can give them the license plate number. They can call it over the thing. But it's car keys. They're not going to be able to leave without them. They're going to go in having a panic attack and go, did someone turn in some keys? And they'll be at the counter for them. So didn't need to go through that much. All right, on to the next store. I'm at Goodwill in Brown Deer, northern suburb of Milwaukee. Forgot to mention I spent $92 at the last Goodwill. That doesn't happen often. Also, there was one thing that I forgot to show you. It's a little charger for DS. This store is known, at least by me, to be really high priced. Yes, just what I need. Look at the size of this sombrero. I only want $6 and I really, really, really want it. I'm pretty sure this came out of Babies R Us. Got a keyboard tray, drawer, and a spot down below for the computer. So, as I was saying before I got distracted by that amazing sombrero, this store is known by me to be high in prices, but I can usually find an item or two. That is really loud. I can usually find an item or two, but prime example, look at this battery and charger. So for $12.99, I've got this Hoover battery and charger. Should be able to get about 40 bucks for it. And also for $12.99 is this Magnavox DVD VCR combo. Should be able to get 80 or so for it. I do have a remote for this at the warehouse. A couple more things. This Sony cassette deck. In the original box, it is not new. Could not find any comps active or sold on eBay. So I'm gonna take a gamble. It's 20 bucks. I'm probably gonna price it around 100. I don't know if this is worth anything, but it's in the original box, so shipping will be a breeze. And here for $2.99, a vintage pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses. These look to be vintage. It's got the Wayfarer insignia there. Ray-Ban USA. I don't know. Sunglasses experts, let me know if these are real. Comes in the case. I'm buying them either way because I'm willing to take a gamble on $3. Comps are going for around 100. So I didn't see this until I was at the register. This booklet was in with the sunglasses. On the back, copyright 1996. So that is going to help me date them. So was this a high-end brand in the 90s? Was it counterfeited in the 90s? I'm not sure. But I'm pretty confident in saying these are probably real, but I would love to know what you guys think. On a cold and gray Milwaukee morning, a poor little baby child was born in the ghetto. In the ghetto. I am at the first Goodwill. It's actually in the city of Milwaukee, and we're kind of in the ghetto. So, yeah, I don't remember. This is just an average store. There's nothing special to say about it. I do well there. Nothing exceptional. Nothing terrible. Let's go in. Got a couple items here. Beats pill for $5. Are these still worth money? I don't know. I'm taking the gamble here. I got a Sony clock radio. It is complete with the remote, power cord, and antenna. $4. That's probably from an older thrift store that it was once sold at. $4. One recently sold in this condition with the box and everything for $35, so I'm gonna go with that. This is an old mouse. They want $2 for it. It is factory sealed. It's gonna be a collector most likely buying this. One sold in this condition, new, factory wrapped like this, for $25 recently. Crosley radio. It is missing the battery cover, but that's on the bottom. You don't even see it. I'm sorry, not a radio, an alarm clock. They want $3 for it. I couldn't find this exact model, but other Crosley clocks like this are selling anywhere from $30 to $150. This one's a little smaller, a little more basic. I'll probably get that 30 mark. And lastly, I've got this Canon EOS Rebel 2000. The lens has a dent on it, but it looks like that's just affecting the filter, so it should be good to go. Should get between 80 and 100. They want 20, if it works. We are at Goodwill on campus. Parking is always a nightmare here. They have a little tiny lot. It's in kind of an inner city area. Yeah, there's not a single space open. Let's see if there's street parking. So there's no street parking available. I'm in a no parking zone, but I see a truck pulling out. So we are going to see if he opened a spot. Nope, he was in the donation area. They have 2 spots for donors, no parking. So I'm basically just sitting here waiting for someone to come out so I can get a parking spot. And like a vulture, he swoops in. Is this a skybox? Like a cable box for Sky TV in Europe. Wonder how that got here. So in this store, we've got these print heads, $1.99. Should be able to get about 25 on eBay. They are expired, but they'll still do all right. We've got another one of these Sony clock radios for $5. These consistently sell about 25 or 30. Found a power supply for Nintendo 64, $3. Not gonna sell it, these always come in handy. I got a Bose sound dock. Not really worth much, but the cord should go for about 30. So that was the store where I cleaned house last time I was here, where I spent almost $100 and found a ton of stuff. This was an average trip there, you know. Usually I don't go crazy in there. That I just hit it at the right time. Holy crap, is it congested down here though. It is just madness trying to get out of here. Let's go to the next store. So out of the case, I should be getting these 2 Sony camcorders and that Panasonic, $15 each. I should get about 60 to 80, but I will need to buy batteries and chargers. Additionally, I found a charger for one of the cameras, although I probably have one of these at the warehouse. Doesn't hurt to have more. An original Xbox controller in pretty nice shape, $2.99. It's got a memory card in it. a Reggie White kind of bronze figure. Let's open this box. I'll show you what it looks like. Oh, the box is kind of screwy. Nice and easy to open. Is it bronze? I don't know. Maybe it's wood. Either way. And then Guitar Hero for Xbox 360. And I did check the box. It's in nice shape. So I ended up passing on the black Sony Handycam just because it was in pretty rough shape, but I bought the other two. I almost guaranteed have a battery for the other Sony in the warehouse. I really feel like there's one of that. I probably have a charger for it too, but I found another one here. For the Panasonic, I've got another Panasonic camcorder that had no battery and no charger, and the battery and charger just came in the mail yesterday. So if it's the same, which I think it is, they look very similar. So if it's the same, I can use that one battery to test both of them. It's pretty common knowledge for resellers that Guitar Hero guitars are worth money, but I get a lot of newer people, new in the business watching, who might not know that. So Guitar Hero guitars are worth money. Look for primarily the one that I bought, the black wireless Xbox 360 guitar. That one is, you know, about 50 or 60 bucks. Sometimes you can really peak and get 100 or so. You do not need a receiver for it, but you do need an Xbox 360 and a Guitar Hero game just to test it. A lot of those don't work. You know, I'd probably find maybe 4 out of 5 work, but that 1 out of 5 is enough for me to not want to sell it untested, unless I'm pretty clear in the listing that's untested. But then it's going to sell for a lot less. You can get an Xbox 360 for like 30 or 40 bucks. You don't even need a controller for it. So, and then the games are really cheap. Just get a Guitar Hero game and you can test it. You want to test all the buttons. I mean, you need to actually play through the game a little bit, and you want to test the whammy bar. When there's a long note, wiggle the whammy bar, and you'll see the note wiggle on the screen. That's basically all there is to testing it. It's really simple, but if you're not a gamer, I'm not a gamer, it might be a little bit of a learning curve to figure out the game. I've gotten pretty good at Guitar Hero from testing all these guitars. Now, another guitar to look for is the wired Xbox 360 controller. It's white in color. Make sure it has the little USB adapter on it. It's called the breakaway cable. And those are usually worth buying at the very least. PS3 guitars and PS2 guitars can be worth selling, but those both need receivers. You cannot play it without a receiver, and it's really not worth much without the receiver. And the receiver is like $30 to $50, so it's not worth buying a receiver to pair with the guitar. So I only buy them if they have a receiver. Wii guitars, they used to be worth money, now not so much anymore. They may bounce back, but as of now, I'm not buying them, but I am checking them because sometimes I find a Wii remote in them. Rock Band guitars, I don't even bother with because so many of them end up being junk. The Rock Band ones are the ones where the neck does not come off. So look for wireless Xbox 360 guitars. There's the black one I showed you. There's also an orange one and a red one that are worth money, but not quite as much. And then the white wired guitar. The wired one you might be able to test on a computer because it does connect through a USB. You might be able to test that one, but the wireless ones I don't think. You know what, I might have to try that, see if I can figure out how to test one on a computer. Maybe you can. So maybe I'm talking out of my backside. Anyways, let's go to the next Goodwill. By the way, I forgot to show the intro of this store. You can't see it. There it is. This one is kind of by the airport. Let's go. Walking up to the next Goodwill here. So in this store, I found a router with no power cable for $3 and a Sony boombox for $5. Not a lot of profit, and there's a really long line, so I'm just gonna put them back. Between the two, I probably would have made 40 to 60 bucks. And like, it was a really long line, so it just makes more sense to put them back and move on to the next store. So it's been a while since I've been to this St. Vinnie's, but I thought that was a church. Apparently now it's going to be a Planet Fitness, and the church is next door. I've done well at this store. I'm excited to see what I find. So I just met a viewer, Wong. Good to meet you. He told me that this is not the good St. Vinnie's. The one over on Sunset is much better. And I always thought this was a really good one, so I'm excited to see what the one on Sunset's like. So at this store, I've got this adding machine for $10. I should be able to get about 30 plus shipping on it. That's something I would charge shipping on. I got 2 of these, one for $5, one for $6.38, the $5 one with no cord. I do have an extra cord. That is not the right cord. I'm gonna see if it works though. It's plugged into it. This might be like an off-brand one someone bought. But anyways, these should be about 30 each. This looks very similar, slightly different. Should also get about 30. We got a couple of cameras here. This Nikon, didn't even look it up. Usually these do well for me. And the Canon. Canon does not have a price. The Nikon, $5. And then this Conair phone. I have done well. I've always done well with alarm clock / phones. So, I don't know. I'm going to pay $638 for this. Those alarm clock phones, I've never found a Conair one. That one was made by Conair. I've always sold, every single one I've found was made by GE. And I've sold them for anywhere from $75 to $150. They do really well. So I would imagine the Conair one is very similar. It looks a little bit more basic, like it might be missing some features, or maybe just made more slimline. I don't know if that's gonna hurt or help it. Probably should have looked it up, but didn't feel like it. Next is USA Thrift. It is in the same parking lot here. Ha! That's what you get! You charge your crazy high prices, you go out of business. They are always incredibly high priced. I usually would find one or two little things, but they were always like absolutely insane on their prices, and now they've gone out of business. Other thrift stores, take note. Price, I mean, you don't need to be giving stuff away, but don't be pricing stuff at eBay prices, and you'll stay in business. Wong is totally gonna call me out, the guy I met, the viewer that I met in the St. Vinnie's there, because I actually saw that store was closed before I even pulled in. That was all theatrics. I already saw they were closed and ended up asking him why they closed. He wasn't sure. I just had to make a comment, and I am right down the road at the Habitat for Humanity Restore. I have never been to this store before, but yesterday in my video, I said I am going to Milwaukee tomorrow, and today is tomorrow yesterday. Yeah. So anyways, somebody had commented on there this morning and said, Rabbit, you have to check out the Restore in Greenfield. So I'm at the Restore in Greenfield. Turns out it was like a block away from Vinnie's. And we're going to see what they do. If you're not going to the Habitat for Humanity Restore, check them out. They can be hit or miss. Some can be really good and, you know, have decent stuff just like a regular thrift store. Others are just old building supplies and you're not making any money selling, you know, dated cabinets and countertops. So they can be hit or miss. So at least try your local Restore before you write it off as nothing. So didn't really find much there. I got a remote. Now this is a good remote. It cost me, it was 42 cents on sale, 20% off today. This is an elusive remote. There's usually not a lot online, and I need it periodically. I would have paid $5 for this remote just because of how hard it is to find. And when you do find it, you're usually spending $20, $30, $40. So we are at the next Goodwill, and I got a text message, and nothing will come good out of this. Mrs. Rabbit sent me a message that said, "Honey," and I said, "What?" And I said, "I love you." Yeah, nothing good comes out of that. Turns out she ate my pizza. It's unforgivable. So on a side note, I'm single now. There's no more Mrs. Rabbit. Any of the viewers want to go out, let me know. By the way, she's going to get mad at me for that. I'm not actually single. That was a joke. Although I should probably dump her for eating my pizza. But she said she'll replace it. We'll see. At this store, all I got was this Motorola Bluetooth adapter for your phone, so you can have speakerphone in your car. Spent $5. Should get about 20, 25 bucks for it on eBay. So, yesterday I mentioned in the video that I'll be heading to Milwaukee today, and I was about halfway here this morning when I saw in the comments someone who lives here, who is a viewer, gave me his contact info, said, "Hey, I've got some stuff to sell you." Evidently, he's been selling on eBay since 2007, and in 2016, he decided to get out of the business, and he has a whole bunch of inventory, so I have no idea what to expect. I grabbed a little bit of cash. I don't know if it's going to be a lot or a little, but I didn't want to pay a bunch of ATM fees and end up spending $40. So I am heading up to his house now, and we're going to see what he has. I just got an offer. Ooh, just got an offer on eBay. So anyways, we'll see what he has. He doesn't want to be on camera, but he says he doesn't mind if we film a little bit inside. So I just got an offer right here. This Hot Wheels shirt. I don't remember where I got this. I think I might have found it in a storage unit. But $50, and I will be accepting that offer. I had it priced at $100, but it was just a shot in the dark, and it's been listed for a while, so I'm happily taking $50. So anyways, let's go to his house and see what we can find. So I'm not going to say where he lives. There's a really fancy attribute about this place that gives you an idea of how ritzy it is here. I'm not going to say it because then you'll be able to figure out where he lives. But also I'm parked next to a Bentley. That's a Bentley. Never mind, it's a Hyundai Genesis. Very similar in logo. All right, so I spent $600, filled the trunk, filled the back seat. That goes all the way across. Would you believe I'm gonna try and get more thrifting in today? I am gonna have to show you this stuff at the warehouse because it's gonna be a whole video in itself trying to go through it. So be patient for that. So I'm at the next Goodwill. To give you an idea of what I bought for $600, there was a neat desk printer, a whole bunch of brand new Nike and Under Armour cleats that he got from Marshall's, and a bunch of phones, electronics. You'll see in tomorrow's video. So here I got a Pentax camera. Never mind, you see that damage there on the flash? I do not have a Pentax camera. I got a Lightning McQueen portable CD player. It's $1.99. It's in decent shape. There are no solds on eBay, but there's active. They're like 25 to 35. I might put it back if the line's too long. Yeah, the line was too long. So if it's still there tomorrow when I post this video, so that's today for you, come to the, I think I'm in Waukesha. I don't know. Come to Goodwill. You'll find it. 25 bucks or so on eBay. It's the Goodwill across from Pet Supplies Plus, if that helps. Oh, and there's a Boston store, furniture gallery right next door. Yeah, they don't exist anymore. So that Goodwill. All right, so my car can breathe a sigh of relief. I actually got recognized by another viewer in there. I didn't catch his name, so kind sir, if you are the guy that recognized me in there, hello. All right, where are we going next? One of my guilty pleasures you might not know about me is I love opera music. This is Anna Maria, and I just love opera music. The voices on these people, holy crap, they can sing. So, fun fact about Rabbit, the thing is, I really need to be in the mood for it to listen to it. If I'm not in the mood for it, I cannot listen to it. Also, I can only listen to so much of it before I get sick of it. Usually, unless I'm having dinner or falling asleep, I can only listen to, 20 minutes or so, and I am done. This is what I call the airport Goodwill because it feels like an airport. Although I'm used to Green Bay's little regional airport hair care and tire center, so everything kind of feels like an airport. Let's see what we find in here. Sometimes having a family-friendly YouTube channel isn't all it's cut out to be. I just thought of a really funny, kind of cheesy joke that I think a lot of you would love. I bet this is worth some money. It's brand new. And it's a good one. It is gold. But it's not the most family-friendly joke ever. It's not necessarily a dirty joke, but it's definitely not family-friendly. That's worth some money. Not $12.99 though. So I have to keep it to myself. That is no fun. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. Whoa, caught on something. Here is the wired guitar that I mentioned earlier in the video. They want $3.99. Should get a decent amount for it. So that's what I'm dealing with. One thing you need to learn if you ever want to get into YouTube, get ready for people to look at you like an idiot because you're talking to yourself on camera. People will stare. They do, trust me. You're gonna have to get used to that. Come out of your shell a little bit and get used to that. Just Phillips, not worth anything. This one is not even branded. Okay, so I am going to stop talking now because this video is already long enough as it is. So this is a pass. It is like 20 bucks new. So I was looking at the knife blocks. That's an area that I really should be looking more because some can be worth decent money. This one's from Oneida. It's brand new. They want 10 bucks for it, which is a lot. The complete set sold for 200. I'm gonna take a gamble on this knife block. It's spending a little bit, but the fact that it's new, I'm gonna try and get 79 for it. You never know. Is that dumb? That might be a little high. I don't know. I'm gonna try it and see what it does. There really aren't any comps, but because I did find this knife, the full set sold, I at least have the model number it goes to. So one thing that I want to point out, you may have noticed, I cleaned a house at the first store this morning shortly after they opened, and it's been all downhill from there. As we get later in the day, right now it's like 6:30, 7 o'clock, I'm not finding as much, and that is typically how it works, especially once you get after about 4 o'clock when people are getting out of work and can get to the thrift stores. You tend to find more stuff in the morning, so go thrifting in the morning. So remember Wong? He recognized me from YouTube. You didn't see him on video, but I mentioned him at the last St. Vinnie's. He told me that St. Vinnie's is not very good, and I always seem to do really well there. He said this one here on Sunset is the best one. So we're going to put that to the test and find out. I am just pulling in here. I've never been to this store before. It's the only store today that I've never been to. Let's find out if it's any good. Also, this is going to be the last store of the day because I left Green Bay 12 hours ago and I've been thrifting for 10 hours. I'm getting tired. So I just found what I think is the coolest find of the day. It was in a display case, so I don't have it in my possession, but after I check out, I'm going to show you. So these are interesting. Harley Davidson Museum Enthusiast Magazine. Looks like it's got some pins in there. I don't know if that's relevant at all. They've got a whole bunch of them, $6.92 each. There are no solds, but there's someone who has it listed for $58. The thing is, I wouldn't want to just buy one or two. With something like this, you want to buy all of them. That way you don't have competition coming and buying them and lowering the price. That's a lot, though. There are 24 of them at $6.92 each. That would be, what, about 200 bucks or so? Boy, is it tempting, though. There's 4 people selling it, anywhere from 57 to 60. All 4 of them, their location is here in Milwaukee, so they're probably buying it here. But none sold. That could be that it just came out, and it's from 2008, but just came into the store, and there's only 1,000 of them made, apparently. So maybe they're, just listed theirs. I'm going to keep an eye on it and see how it does, if any solds show up. Oh, and I found this Magnavox DVD VCR combo, $11.54, with the manual, and it probably needs, NB179. It needs the remote that I bought today for 42 cents. So it's dark in the car, so I'm going to show you this here. Also, they're selling these van seats for 100 bucks. That seems really high. So, I suppose I could have taken it out of the bag. Alright, here we go. Sony battery case. Looks like there was some tape on it at some point. I paid $45 for it. This thing, so you put your Sony CD player in there and it attaches to the batteries, I'm assuming. If I pull it out here, I'm trying to carefully do this without damaging the box. It's got the styrofoam. It's in this protective bag. This thing looks like it was never used. It looks brand new. Look at this. Look how clean this is. Let's look in the battery compartment. Oh, looks like it has a proprietary. No. What in the... Oh, so this unfolds and you put, I guess, C cells in there. This thing is so clean looking. It looks practically new. So, this is a creepy lighting. What's it worth? Let's start with solds. There is one sold, 2 of them sold for parts for around 10 bucks plus shipping. Yeah, you can't see that. 2 of them sold 4 parts for about $10 plus shipping. 1 of them sold working for $179.99 plus shipping. That's all there are for solds. Now, let's look up active listings. There is one that is really clean like mine. Comes with the box and everything. They have it priced at $75, which I don't know why they have it priced at $75. Although it does look used. It's not quite as clean as mine. Let's look at their listing description. You're buying one lightly used Sony EBP 9LC battery pack, yada, yada, yada. Box is rough, unit and packaging are clean, battery compartment looks unused, strap included but not in pictures. I don't know why this guy has it so cheap. I might buy this one because all the other ones, here's one listed for $299, no box, $275, no box, and a manual for $20. And then there's aftermarket cables for $12.99 each. There is one shipping from Romania for $391. So, you know, I don't know why they want so little for this, $75, when their comps are going for so much more. So anyways, I'm going to price mine at $299 or best offer. And I may buy this one for $75 because he's got $75 in free shipping. I might buy that one for $75 and do the same thing. Let me send him an offer. There. Make offer. You know what? I get a ton of lowball offers on my stuff. I'm going to give a lowball offer for once. $37.50. Half what he's asking. Oh, not $3,700. $37.50. There we go. Let's see if he accepts this. Hey, I accept some lowball offers. Let's see. Submit offer. Well, it didn't instantly decline. So we'll see if I get it. Maybe I'll buy it cheaper on eBay than I did at this thrift store. So I've been thrifting for 10.5 hours today. That does not include the two-hour drive from Green Bay to Milwaukee. I've got a 2-hour drive back, so I'm getting home at 9:30, and I left at 7 a.m. So it's been a long day, but some days like this are worth it. I probably spent well over $1,000, and I will probably make maybe $3,000 off of it. Not profit. I'll get $3,000 back from it. $2,000 profit. Just a rough guess. It could be $5,000. It could be like $20. I don't know. It's gonna take a little while to add all this up. I guess I'm gonna be working this weekend. I'm gonna go in and get this stuff listed. So you might get a video this weekend, or I might just hammer out some listings and not film. The car is full though. These last 2 stores went in the passenger side of my best friend's ride. Trying to it went in the passenger seat. Now I need my GPS, so I have to put my phone down. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.